wine, kick my feet up when I get time. And as I recline, take another sip, let my thoughts unwind. Sipping and spilling it. Sipping and spilling the tea. Sipping and spilling it.
What is poppin', everyone?
What's poppin'?
How you niggas doing?
Niggas is feeling very free. I don't know. Something about a butterfly shirt makes me feel one with nature. So, a bitch is feeling free. How you feeling?
I like the fact that your shirt matches your under eye.
I did that very purposely, but he thought that I was getting beat up. He said, your eyes look red. I said, you're not looking close enough.
Men are colorblind, so he probably thought they're orange.
He said that they were red. I said, ooh, and I was very insecure when I first walked in here, so I did this. And I'm like, you know what, bitch? You did it intentionally, so let's just let it slide.
It looks fabulous, honey.
Thank you, girl.
I love it.
So, do we want to get into our story time right now?
Let's get into our motherfucking story time. So Tyler James, I've always liked Tyler James. I feel like
we have to tell her who it is, because some people won't even know who Tyler James is.
I'm going to tell who it is. I've always liked Tyler James because I was a fan of Everybody Hates Chris. So yeah, he's an actor. He was on Everybody Hates Chris. He's been on a couple shows. He's on the Abbott Elementary. Me, I never thought he was gay. He never gave me gay vibes, but apparently a lot of people are accusing him of being gay. And he finally came out and said, no, I am not gay. I don't understand this narrative y'all putting on me, like this kind of gotcha vibe that you're trying to catch me being gay. Speaking of being gay, happy Pride, everyone. Okay? Doesn't matter if you're gay, bi, lesbian, trans, whatever, baby, you were born this way, okay? But back to Tyler. So yeah, there's all this talk about him being gay, that, they're trying to catch him doing some gay shit. And he just had to say it out there like, look, niggas, I'm not gay. But my thing is, why the fuck does it
I was going to say the same thing. I said, in lieu of it being Pride Month, whatever someone defines as, why does it matter to you?
Like, it doesn't change his acting abilities.
It doesn't change his skill set. It's changed if anyone finds him attractive. If someone is not part of your community, they're not part of your community, but does not make them any less of who a person that they are. So it's like, why do we always care about someone's sexuality more than we care about anything else?
And it's like, why do you have to find out? Like, why do you have to try to catch them doing gay shit? Like,
if he's straight, he's straight. I don't feel like you have to prove either or.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like, because when people be like, oh, he's too masculine to be gay. Like, when you find out someone's gay, you're like, really? He's gay? Like, what was his name? Colton from The Bachelor?
I don't know who that is. I don't watch Bachelor.
Okay, well, he was some white guy that played in the NFL. And, he was super macho. And everybody was like, oh, my God, actually, he was gay? That's why he was a virgin for that many years? Because he was gay. And I'm like, does it fucking matter he was a virgin? Doesn't matter that he was gay. Like, it's like, why is it something that you're trying to...
The obsession with what other people do in the bedroom is so weird to me, because I don't care if you fuck rabbits or if you fuck adults or if you fuck,
I feel like that's
dogs.
where the territory, yes. If you're fucking dogs and
that's your
cars
business.
and shit like that, yes. I got something to say about that.
Wait, is it legal to fuck animals?
It's not legal to fuck animals.
It's not? You can't fuck animals?
No.
Okay, because they can't consent. Consent's important. So I don't care if you're fucking dogs.
I mean, it's not legal for them to fuck children, and y'all still doing that, so y'all need to stop.
Well, you can't fuck anyone who can't consent.
Okay.
So as long as there's two consenting adults.
Heavy on adults.
Who are okay with what's going on, I don't give a fuck about what you do in the bedroom. As long as it doesn't affect me and my life, you being gay, straight, asexual, bisexual, non-sexual does not change what's going on over here.
And won't.
So you can keep doing what the fuck you're doing, Tyler James.
And
whether it was a boy, a girl, or a red
dams.
animal.
Stop saying animals, bitch. It never gave animals. But you know who
All
are
right,
animals?
well, the girls are back at it again with another messy-ass episode, Sip and Spill. We create conversations. Oh, wow.
Sipping wine.
I go by the name of motherfucking Sammy.
And I'm ambitious, make something shake. Teray.
We were making some shake on Friday? Saturday? Sunday! We were making something shake on Sunday, y'all.
Only Samantha was making something to shake.
Not only me. I wasn't the only one shaking ass.
You were the majority ass shaker of the day.
The majority? I feel like we were all shaking
You were
ass.
of the majority.
Okay.
I was of the minority.
Are you proud of that? Does that make you happy? That you were barely shaking ass? Do you feel like you're better than me?
Absolutely.
Because you were barely shaking ass. You feel like you're better than me?
Yep.
Yeah, right. Get out of here.
You better than me because you don't shake your ass.
You don't shake your ass. You better than me, bitch.
Whatever side I'm on is always going to be the better side, y'all.
All right, so let's get into our highs and lows.
Okay, so what is your highs and lows of the week?
My high of the week is the pool party was fire as fuck. I had a good ass time at the pool party. I was drunk as fuck by the end of it. It was a vibe. I think like the whole time, there was food, there was liquor, there was big booty bitches, there was water. What more can you ask for?
My high also was the fact that I and Josh were the top winners of the entire night of beer pong. Okay. So that's a high for me because I'm very competitive. So anytime I can brag about something I did better than somebody else, I'm gonna do it. So yeah, that was my high. What was your low? My low is not getting the job after 2 fucking interviews. I was telling you about the job I was looking for, whatever, that we did the first interview, we did the second interview, and then after the second interview, I didn't get the job. I'm like, why the fuck did I go to why was there 3 rounds of interviews for any job? That's wild. Why the fuck do you got to keep going to interview after interview after interview? After the first interview, either you like me or you don't, bitch. Don't. Mm-hmm. If you do like me, hire me. If you don't like me, just let me go. Don't make me wake up at 9 o'clock the next day after working my fucking after hours, okay, to do a fucking interview at 9 o'clock in the morning just for me to not get the fucking job. And I'm really sad about that because I really wanted that fucking job. She was like, I'm about to be a corporate bae. Yeah. You should be a corporate bae with me. I said, what the numbers talking? And the numbers were talking good shit. The numbers was talking good shit. It was giving Kruger B side hustle type shit. Yeah, so I'm kind of sad about not getting the job, but what they always say is one door closed, a window opens. So I'm not going to stop my search for this corporate babes job that does pay what I feel like I deserve to get paid. Mm-hmm. So, it's okay. I'm going to move on. And maybe it wasn't for me. Okay. Yeah. So it's just, I don't really have any lows. I think I've had a great week. It's really crazy when I always think of highs and lows because I'm like, when you have a really bad week, it feels like everything in that week was bad. But when you don't have any bad things that happen in your week, you're just like, did anything really happen? I wouldn't say what happened to me was bad. It was just disappointing. I mean, but we're saying like if one thing bad happens in your week, it like kind of trickles down because you just feel that way. But I feel like if you don't look at things as a bad week, you're like, or a bad day, you're just like, did something really happen? And something probably did happen to me. I just didn't recognize it as being something. Oh, the bad was I was dragged into Samantha's nonsense. That was the bad. Oh, you know what? We weren't gonna talk about it, but let's motherfucking talk about it, y'all. We said we weren't gonna talk about it, but we were gonna talk about the situations surrounding it. I'm gonna talk about it motherfucking again. I said what I said. You bitches on the island are suffering. Not that I was suffering. My point was never that no money was getting spent on me. My point was I saw no money getting spent on y'all. So I thought I was talking for the bitches, but I guess y'all didn't receive it the way I was putting it out. But yeah, at the end of the day, the amount of dragging that we got over an opinion is ridiculous. It's really, I feel like I can try to empathize with both sides because it's like you can say what you want to say. It's your podcast. Yeah. But then in the other lieu of things, if you know that you are saying something that is offending people, and then you go back and you double down on offending them, triple down. Actually, it's kind of hard for them to be like, you know what? Maybe the message went over my head, but they're listening to you're delivering. You're saying it so proudly, even after you know how mad it makes people. I don't care. The thing is, the way that I was attacked for it is what if a couple people were mad about it, cool, whatever. But they were making videos, multiple videos were made. They were putting me on their gossip page. They were DMing me, talking about all this shit about me. It just didn't happen to you though. That's what I'm saying. You keep saying me. It happened to us. Okay. Both of us. But you said they weren't DMing you on your personal DM. I'm gonna say they were tagging me in my personal stuff in there, talking to me directly. Yeah. So I'm saying, if you know that it's affecting both of us outside of just you'll be like, okay, you know what? I still feel this way, but because I feel like we're gonna say things that are gonna offend people all the time. Yeah. So I feel like what is gonna put us in a different caliber of doing all that is not responding, because at the end of the day, your greatest power is silence. I'm responding, and I'm gonna keep responding. It is what it is. Are you proud? Are you proud that you're over here responding? I am. Clearly. We're two different people, so it's okay for you not to see this the way I see it. But you have to also think about it. If we're connected to each other and we have different opinions and it's affecting both of us, wouldn't you be like, you know what? I hear you and I respect what you're saying. You're like, well, that's not how I feel. So I'm like, if I know something that is affecting both of us, I'm like, you know what? If they are attacking me, that's one thing. But if they're attacking both of us and they're attacking our podcast. I definitely said, y'all are attacking my co-host, and she never said nothing. I definitely talked about how you were getting attacked too. So I'm not just saying, oh, it's just me. I talked about how it's affecting you. Like, there's one thing to attack me in my podcast page, but for y'all to go to my co-host page, that's ridiculous. I definitely said that. So at the end of the day, if they're still listening,
I said what I said, and I'm not changing what I said. And if you have someone to feel about it, DM my podcast page, and it is what it is. So let's get into some motherfucking tea time. Oh, no, we'll get some wine fast. We'll get some tea time. Tea time.
So today we are doing Bullington Palace. This is a 2020, I believe it's 2020, let me be right. And I am Cabernet. I love me a Cabernet. I think it's because lately they're just the easiest thing to access because I don't be looking for Merlot no more. But this has 13.4% alcohol percentage, and it has a full bouquet of fresh berries complemented by a subtle French oak, ripe plum characters flow smoothly onto the palate. Integrated with spice and vanilla oak. So once again, it's something that we always hear about, but it's from Australia. That's the only thing that's different because usually they're from California or Argentina. So we gonna see if it's rocking something different. Okay. Cheers to another messy episode of Spin Spill.
I like it. I like this wine.
I gotta still fill it out. It's not disgusting, but it's not as.
How much was it?
I think $15.
Okay, not bad. $15 wine.
But I would expect it to have a little cork if it's $15, because I feel like when they have a little twisty, it's giving like $7 wine.
Last time we had a wine that had a twist, and we thought it was going to be cheap because it was a twisty, but it ended up being like an expensive wine. So I feel like maybe it doesn't matter.
I don't think it fucking matters. I think we got to stop looking off aesthetics and just go off of taste.
Yeah.
But 13.5% alcohol, we gonna probably get a little bit.
This is actually really, really good because I'm not a dry wine bitch, and this does not taste dry.
It dry to me. That's crazy.
It does not taste dry at all. It's really, really sexy and good. I really like this wine.
It actually does have dry notes.
Yeah.
Maybe it's like we drink dry wine so much that dry is not even really dry to us.
Okay, Australia, they doing their thing.
So let's get into some motherfucking tea time.
Tea time.
Krishan motherfucking Rock. I love this little pregnant ass bitch, okay?
I can't get over the fact that her name is Krish and Sean put together. Like, you had to know you were raising a rebel to make the name of
Krishan.
Krish and Sean.
And for the longest time, we never say this bitch's name right. And we was just talking about it. And it's so crazy if you see the evolution of how much we were like, oh my God, we're so sad for her. We feel bad for her. And I was like, you know what, girl? You might not be as loopy as we thought you was. You might have just been playing the game as the game needed to be played. Because it's just like us when we know our niggas ain't shit, but we still playing the game so we can find our execute. Maybe that's what you did. Because I heard, I don't know if it's true, but the streets was talking that the only reason why Blueface has been acting out is because you in the contract with him. I don't know if it's true. If it's true, let a bitch know. But it's just so funny to see how Blueface is constantly always uplifting his other baby mother while always trying. He's like the kind of nigga that says, I don't date black women. Like, I don't date black women because white women are better type shit. It's like he brings down Krishan to bring up her instead of just saying, me and Krishan are just not getting along, or I don't like how she's a person. He always be like, my first baby mama doesn't do this, so I would be damned. It's like, and he's like, my first baby mama only got one body on her. And I'm like, you sure she got only one body on her? Are you sure? I mean, it maybe is true. It's none of my business if it's not. But it's just like, why? Like, these are things, why are these things that you're proud of? Like, you knew who Krishan was when you met her. You met her on a show that was meant for you to find love, right? Mm-hmm. Is that how he met her? I'm not sure.
I think, didn't he have like a bad girls club for his house? Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. You met her.
I don't know if it was a love show. I think it was like a little fighting show he had.
A fighting
Or with the
show?
bitches just fighting. I don't know.
I've never seen it.
But I've never seen it either. You're the one that told me that's where he met Krishan. I thought Krishan was met prior to the show.
No, he met her on the show.
Yeah, so I think it was like
something about Blueface girls or something like that.
It was like, I think it was like a bad girls club for Blueface. They're all living in his house. But all I gotta say is, no matter how many times he tries to drag her down and make her look stupid and publicly humiliate her, the streets love her.
They start showing her love. We got
Gorilla getting her coming her out on her show. We have her with Black China. We have her with all these other beautiful black women, and we're all showing our support because we see how he's consistently trying to bring her down. And to me, I think the worst he can do is try to mentally abuse a woman while she's pregnant.
While she's pregnant. That's heavy on while she's pregnant.
That's the most vulnerable time of a woman's life. And for you to consistently try to disrespect her and make her look stupid and foolish on the internet while she is carrying your child, I think it's the most low down, dirty thing you can do. But that is what is expected from a person like Blueface. Blueface is a wannabe pimp. You know, he has pimp mentality with no hose. So, at the end of the day, we are very familiar with what kind of man Blueface is. And honestly, at the end of the day, either you get out of the situation or you just be in a situation and stop complaining.
And make the best of it.
And make the best of it. So if she don't want to get out the situation, Krishan, I don't know what to do for you. But we see how this nigga's doing you. You see how this nigga's doing you. You don't need this nigga. This nigga is nothing without you. You are the star.
That's a fact. That is a fact.
So until you see that and get that nigga's face tattoo away from your fucking chest, bitch, because that shit crazy. That blows my mind.
I think she's like 8 tattoos of him though.
She's like 8 tattoos in, and it's manipulation. It's mind control.
Yeah.
It's a young impressionable girl who don't know better because she's loyal to by fault. Mm-hmm. So he literally found her when she was homeless. So I feel like that's why she feels loyalty towards him.
Indebted to him, yeah.
Look how he's treating you.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, girl, you're a star. Do your own thing. If you just leave the nigga, please, bitch. Just leave this nigga.
Because we already left him for you. So we need you to join us in this journey that we're going together. This is about healing this year. We're going to heal.
All right.
So let's talk about Jocelyn Hernandez. I think, like, you know, your favorite problematic nigga is Boosie. Yeah. She's my favorite problematic woman. Like, I see that she's on this one celebrity show, and it's like her New York. I don't even know what the show is, but it's
College Hill. Celebrity.
Okay, the show is fucking hilarious.
You see it?
I know, but I see the clips because Samira always sends it to me. She's like, Jocelyn is so funny because one clip, y'all, side note, you know, I like to get on Travis sometimes. But so New York was crying because she said her daughter died. And Jocelyn
Not her daughter, her dog.
No, she said her daughter died. The clip says, my daughter died. And
she said her daughter.
She called her daughter, and then that's why Jocelyn trying to console her, like, I have a daughter, I know that feels. And then later on in the clip, Jocelyn found out that the daughter was her dog, and she went off on her, and she was like, bitch, that is my daughter.
She was like, I would have never said I was sorry if I knew it was a dog.
And I'm like, and I feel like, yo, you can't get mad at people for calling their dogs or their cats.
Especially when your pet's been with you for 10 plus years.
Yeah, like a lot of people do grieve their dogs like they are children. And if you don't have any actual physical children, that's what the closest thing you have to it. But when I say she's so problematic, it's because Jocelyn literally says first and then thinks later.
Yeah.
And I don't even know if she even thinks in the process of doing shit. She just literally is Jocelyn. So, I mean...
why can't you just let her be sad? Why you gotta make fun of her for being sad over a dog?
and never gave me fun of her. Like, it's still a death. It doesn't matter how you see it because you don't have any pets, but it's still a death, you know?
It's still a death. And then she's like, explain to me why you sad. And then New York explained to her, she's like, I don't get why you sad.
She's like, it's not the same. It's not the same. And I'm like, you can't take someone's grieving process away from them. And I feel like it's even worse when you're on TV because it's like, people already built Jocelyn up to this bigger than life character, so it's like you have to live that villain. You have to.
I don't think she's living up to a character. I think that's who she is as a person.
You know, and that's crazy. And that's why it's
I don't think this is a character. Because she really just came on stage, or I don't know if it was last week or when it was, but it's talking about she was crying after performing because she's like, this is the first time she's ever performed sober ever without doing no cocaine, no pills, nothing. So when people are on drugs, they are, I want to say they're not always themselves.
Yeah.
They tend to be more violent, more rude, more like, you know, extra because they are on drugs. So if this is her first time being sober on doing a show, doing a concert, who knows how much drugs she's on when she's on reality shows or when she's on doing those regular things that she's been doing, what we know her for.
Yeah.
So yeah, I feel like the drugs is probably makes Jocelyn more than what she is. Mm-hmm. Maybe she is like that, but the drugs, the coke definitely don't help.
Yeah, and I just feel like it takes a lot of courage to be vulnerable
and
to admit that because a lot of celebrities, even when because I feel like people use their drugs as their kind of like their therapy,
coping mechanism.
Yeah, because you know, even when what is his name? I'm sitting here looking at Keisha. Him, when he's like being vulnerable about the fact that, you know, he was on lean real fucking bad. So now that I'm seeing him doing interviews and him like, you know, letting down the fourth wall, I am so appreciative when people become human to us. Like, you don't have to, like I said, you don't have to let us know your entirety of life, but making you more human, it's like, okay, everyone goes through this shit. Not just, are everyday suffering adults. So I love that. Thank you for that. And you know what, Jocelyn? Keep up the good fucking work, okay?
I love Jocelyn. She's the reason why my doormat is my doormat. Ho, why is you here? That's Jocelyn. I love that bitch.
That is. So there was a video on TikTok of a woman who has a best friend that they were friends for 11 years. And she said that is her soulmate. She said, this is my platonic life partner. And she said that she lived in LA and she's like, they manifested a way for her friend to come and live with her. And so their whole family was like, you know what? She's crazy. She's this, she's that. But we said, we wouldn't look at these kind of things as crazy gestures if they were lovers. Because myself, I was in a long distance relationship and my boyfriend moved states to see me and no one ever blinked an eye. But because they are non-romantic, platonic life partners, they're like, that's so fucking weird. Why would you go across the country? But she made it very clear that her intentions with this life partner is to build a house, have a retirement fund, like everything that she would do within adopt a child. The things that she would plan with someone romantically, her and her platonic life partner want to do it as friends because they don't see the traditional route of them being married. And for me, I think that's like the most actual purest type of love because a friendship has, I feel like, no bounds. So I wouldn't even limit myself to like saying I wouldn't want to have a life partner that is a platonic life partner because when someone is your friend, I feel that that bond is probably a little bit stronger than when you're actually in a romantic one because romantic relationships are very fickle because people are based off of how they feel in the moment of why they want to make these very grand gestures, you know?
Okay.
How you feel about that?
I feel like there's nothing wrong with that type of lifestyle. If two people chooses to start a life with each other, I think it's also just as great as two romantic people wanting to have a life with together. I know for me and my best friend case, me and my best friend were very intimate. We have a very intimate, strong relationship. So if we wanted to do the same thing, which I doubt we would, but I'm saying if we would want to do the same thing, I can see us doing that with each other. Like, you know, having a home together, raising kids together. You know, we raise our dogs together. Like me and my best friend do a lot of things. So she has a key to my apartment. She's always in my house. Like, so I see her thinking of, I trust this person because I trust my best friend. So just like you should trust your partner. So I trust, you know, having a bank account with this person. I trust, you know, raising a child with this person. I trust building a home with this person. I trust all the things that you would put in the relationship with a romantic partner. I feel the same way about my best friend. Yeah. So it doesn't seem crazy to me. It doesn't seem weird. It makes sense to do this because you have all the good things of what a romantic relationship has without the bad. Yeah. In my opinion. Yeah. So do you believe in a platonic life partner?
I absolutely do. I think that having a platonic life partner is something that keeps you sane. Because if you only think that the life partner that you'll have is a romantic one, it is a lot of fucking pressure to chase that romantic life partner. Mm-hmm. But having a platonic life partner makes life so stressless, free. I honestly do feel like I found my platonic life partner. And it's like, maybe we're not at the same place, we're both platonic life partners, but I definitely do feel like I have a platonic life partner in my life, you know? Mm-hmm. So do you believe in it and can you see yourself in one?
Yeah, I definitely believe in it. Can I see myself in one? Not at the moment. I still would prefer to have a romantic life partner, but you know, I'm not opposed to it. I'm not against it. I'm not going to close my mind to it. If a romantic life partner doesn't work and I still want to, you know, build wealth and, you know, build a home and, you know, have that foundation, I'm not against having a platonic life partner. It's different. It's definitely a different way of thinking. It's non-traditional. And I don't know how my family would be accepting of that because they'd be like, "Are you doing some gay shit?" You know?
Yeah, they're definitely thinking some gay shit.
Yeah. So, I mean, but my life partner could also be a male that's platonic. So, but they're like, why don't you just marry him at this point? You know, they're not going to understand the reasoning behind of why we're keeping the platonic because it's less stressful, it's less work, it's less hardship. And we're getting all the benefits of being in a relationship.
In a partnership, yeah.
In a partnership. So, yeah, I definitely am not opposed to it. I would prefer a romantic partner, but if absolutely. It does happen, cool, whatever. What about you? Can you see yourself in one?
like you said, in the moment, absolutely not.
Yeah.
Because I'm still holding on to the faith that, a girl might want to get married. I don't know. Because I keep telling people, at first I was like, no, I don't want to get married. No, I want to get married. But I'm like, I could see myself getting married more so than I could see myself having kids. So
yeah, I want to get married, but I don't want to get married legally.
Okay, so you would have just want
I want to have the ceremony, like a spiritual wedding.
Okay.
But I don't want the legalness of it. But the legalness is good because of the benefits you get. But it's also, I don't want the...
Technically, you're legally married by government stance. And I think in Texas, if you were living together for 7 months, technically.
That's true, but that's common law marriage. That's not... even though common law marriage, if you were to be in a hospital... I can't make a decision for you.
Okay, but still in common law marriage, sometimes it does get to financial parts. Like if someone feels like they are entitled to something because they lived with you for 10 years, they can get that because you legally were with them in the same space.
Right.
So
technically, if two people live together like us, like as roommates, are we common law married?
I don't even know.
What's the difference?
I think it's because I feel like because if you add the romantic aspect into it, I think that's when, because I don't think as roommates they were like, oh yeah, you're entitled to compensation.
Yeah, what's the difference?
Once you put romance into anything, they want to put a binding contract.
That's stupid because you don't know they don't know if we're romantic or not. We can be like, oh, we weren't romantic, and are we? So we're also no longer common law married because we were never romantic.
And you gotta also think about it. Same-sex marriages or partnerships don't get the same
respect.
Justices. Or like even if we were an actual relationship and I try to get something, because I think I saw a interview or I saw something that happened where they were together and when they broke up, she was trying to get something. They were like, well, you guys weren't really married anyways.
Okay.
But allow that be,
a man or a woman.
Heterosexual, and it would be a whole different fucking story.
Okay.
So why do you feel like there's been a rise in non-romantic life partners?
I feel like there's been a rise in it because we're learning that traditional marriages isn't working for everyone.
Yeah.
I feel like the longest time people got into traditional relationships because we had no choice. It was like more forced upon us. And it's like, it was the right thing to do. Like it's the all-American dream, white picket fence, family, 2 dogs, boy, a son and a daughter. Like that was what was fed to us.
Yeah.
And now that we have the internet and we have access to a whole wide world of different ways of living.
Yeah.
Then we don't feel confined to do things the way we've always been doing things. For example, I was listening to this podcast of this lady who was in the military back in the 60s. And she said she always knew she was gay, but there was no word for gay. So she didn't know what gay was.
Yeah.
But she had the feeling of it, but she didn't know. There was no word for it. So I feel like that's what it is. There was no word for it. There's no, we didn't know about it. That's why people weren't doing it.
Yeah.
And now that we know about it, we can do it. And now like the pressures of romantic, or especially monogamous relationship, I feel is another reason why people are choosing to do non-romantic life partners, because a lot of times marriages aren't beneficial for the woman. So women are choosing to get the benefit of the partnership without feeling like a maid.
Yeah, and I feel like the rise of non-romantic partnerships, it's really just because I've never, like for me before, like I said, and being married was never something that I was like aligning myself with. I always aligned myself with the fact that I wanted a life partner. So I never really stuck it to romantic or platonic, but that's why I said I already feel like I found my platonic life partner, because I've always wanted a life partner, because marriage, like we said, was not the word for it, because it's like, I don't want to be so confined to someone just because of the idea of what it looks like to other people. But it's like, now that I'm thinking about it, I'm like, if I want a life partner, why not have a marriage? Because it's like, they're kind of sort of the same thing, but one is more unbinding. And now that I'm getting down to, my lack of wanting to be committed, and now I'm like, you know what? Commit yourself to something. Stick to the idea, love it, and live to that expectation that you want for yourself. Mm-hmm. And I feel like with having a life partner, it felt like it was less pressure. So when you have a non-romantic, it's like, okay, like it's not like if they leave me, I'm gonna be hurt, but it's probably gonna hurt even more if it's non-romantic, because it's like, I entrusted you with all these things without even the intimacy of physical.
I think it's the intimacy is what makes it more hurtful. because we can love our life partner, our non-platonic, our non-romantic life partner, but I don't think we're in love with them.
Yeah.
So because we're not in love with them, as if they do leave us, it does hurt.
It does
It's
hurt,
just like
but-
any friendship, it does hurt.
It does hurt.
But I feel like it's different when you're in love with that person and that happens to you. The hurt is different. Maybe let's say it's a different kind of hurt.
It is a different kind of hurt.
Yeah. Maybe it's just a different kind of hurt.
So why do you think it's important to have a platonic life partner?
I don't know. I want to say why I think it's important to have a platonic life partner, but I wanted to say why it's important to have a platonic partner. And I feel like it's so hard to I feel like it's unreasonable to put all the needs that you need met on one person. So because it's unreasonable for your person or the person you're doing life with to meet all your needs, it's important to get your needs from outside. You know, having a friendship while in a romantic relationship to me is very important. So I feel like having a friendship while also being in a non-platonic relationship is also important. Like you can't put all this pressure on one fucking person. It's unrealistic.
I think it's important because it gives you an outlet, because the people that are your non-platonic and or people that are your like life partners, they tend to not judge you.
Yeah.
They tend to have a more
understanding
and unwielding love. Because I feel like we always say, people say love is unconditional, but love comes with conditions.
Love should come with conditions.
Love is only with conditions.
Yeah.
And I feel like when you have when you have a platonic like partnership with someone, they can love you and still tell you you're wrong. Imagine someone that you're in love with trying to fix you or trying to mold you. Like, for example, when I know that I want to say something to my boyfriend, but I know that sometimes my delivery is not what, I don't say anything because I know he'll take it better from someone else because it's not the same type of love that I have for him, because it's like, you know, here today, gone tomorrow. These people know me better than they know you anyways, you know? So it's like, it's kind of touch and go, because when you love someone, you want to have them in the best light and only show that. When you have a platonic life partner, they kind of don't care about hurting your feelings because they're really here to help you get better, you know? Because platonic people, they're like, I love you, and if I got to put up with this shit, we got to grow together. So that's why I feel like it's important, because they hold you accountable for things that people that are in love with you will just let slide.
Okay. So let's get into like what could be the benefits of having a non-romantic life partner. I think is the person sees you as a partner. A lot of times I feel like in relationships that the person you're with doesn't see you as an equal, especially in heterosexual relationships. As when we fight for that a lot, at least from what I've seen, especially on TikTok, a lot of women don't feel like their partner view them as an equal partner.
They want, we want to be seen so bad when it comes to a partnership.
They don't feel seen. They don't feel heard. Like, for example, there's this Christian couple that goes on TikTok and talk about relationship, and she was talking about how her husband was making her feel bad because she just had a baby, and he kept, making comments about her weight. Maybe you should work out, maybe you should do this, maybe you should do that. And she was like, I just had a baby, we're moving, I'm doing this, I'm cleaning the house, I'm trying to get us ready to move to a new house. And what was he doing? Just working. Yeah. And I feel like if you saw your partner as an equal partner, you would not be okay with her taking care of 2 kids, just had a baby, cleaning out the old house, getting ready for the new house. You would want to help your partner out. So that's why I feel like non-romantic partnerships are beneficial, because the person will see you as an equal, because we see, like, we're doing it 50-50, like straight up 50-50.
Literally.
So
because I have nothing to gain.
I have nothing to gain. You ain't getting no pussy out of me. You ain't getting nothing out of me. Nothing. So it's really straight up 50-50. So yeah.
Sorry.
We can bounce back and forth.
So I think another benefit of having a platonic life partner is you have a connection without the expectation. So you literally still get to live this grand life of getting a house, having children, but you don't have the expectation of one day you're gonna get up and find Tiffany more cuter than he finds me.
Hell yeah.
Not more cuter, more attractive.
Because a nigga is good for leaving you for a bitch 20 years younger than you.
Exactly. So when you already have that connection with someone, you don't feel like, okay, the expectation is not that they're going to leave me, because we're already building this life together. Yeah. And we both have the same amount of shit to lose. The same thing that you said. Because they see you as an equal, it wouldn't be like,
Yeah. They don't look down on you.
They do not.
They see you as a partner. Another one I was going to say is no expectation from the person to make you happy. Yeah. Because we are non-platonic life partners, I don't expect you to bring me happiness. I don't expect you to be the reason that I wake up in the morning with smiles and shit, or bring me flowers, or, you know, we could do that as non-romantic, but there's no expectation there.
Exactly.
With a man, I expect my man to bring me flowers. I expect my man to make me happy. I expect my man to do all this stuff. He should not be the sole reason of my happiness, but the expectation of him to make me happy is there. Versus my best friend, there's no expectation of my best friend to make me happy.
Yeah.
She just makes me happy being her.
Yeah. So another benefit is that there is no pressure to live traditionally. We just keep going back and forth that because we don't care about anyone else's opinion, we already got to the non-platonic. We got to this point because we don't want to live traditionally.
We're already past the weird part.
Yeah, I'm gonna say the traditional level is not something that we want to do anymore.
Yeah.
So not living traditionally is a benefit because you don't have any set rules that people years ago are thinking for you. So
this is a new set of rules. We're starting something new. We're starting something new.
So if it's not traditional, you could just do it as you see fit. And if someone has a problem with it, it's like, well, where's the guideline?
There is none. We're making it up as we go.
So I love that.
Last but not least is you don't got to worry about getting cheated on. You don't got to worry about your nigga leaving you for another bitch or your bitch leaving you for another nigga. And that's the best part. For me to wake up and sleep loudly and proudly at night, I ain't got to worry about getting cheated on. Hell yeah, why not?
And the last one for me, like I said earlier, is because friendships tend to be healthier because we are more honest with each other based on the fact that, like you said, no expectations. We don't care to make them happy. We are literally solely here for character development. So with like having a domestic and a PLP life partnership, right? Is that it, right? Okay. There are some boundaries and factors to consider. So, you know, living arrangements, like would y'all live together? Would you live separately? That's actually a good question. If you had a life partner that's platonic, would you live with them though?
I think I would live with them if we were raising children together.
I feel that, but
if we're not raising children together, I don't see a reason to live with them.
Facts.
I would live next door to you.
Okay, or like maybe a two family household, like that. There's two houses together, like maybe
yeah,
yeah, I could see that.
Duplex.
Yes. Sex, is it strictly off limits, or do you guys, you know, still have sex with other people? I think
What do you think about that?
I think my life partner, regardless if it's male or female, I would like to keep sex off the table. Because
completely off the table.
I feel that having sex with you is going to make it more into the realm of being romantic. Because I'm a certified lover girl. You sniff my pussy and we in love. So we not doing that. Another boundary that should be set is finances. Are there joint assets or are they separate? So I think what I would do is more so have financial goals together and maybe have one set account that will, like, if we are going on trips or something. But I feel like all of our assets together doesn't sound very feasible to me, because even when I'm in a marriage, I don't want us to have a joint account. I want us to only have savings or something together when we are building towards the same financial goal.
I believe in joint assets and separate assets too.
Oh, absolutely.
I want both. I want a joint account and a separate account, because it's important to have that joint account so y'all can pay the bills. You know, all the money can go to that account. You know, you can put and I know this couple, they do half their check goes to their joint account, the other half of their check goes to their personal account. So I don't know if it's really half and half or how much of it is, but I think it's, you know.
No, I do think, I think having, when you are in the same household, finances is very important. So, but I'm saying this, well, if you have the same financial goals, that's going to count. But if it's fickle, absolutely not.
Right. Another thing to set the boundaries is commitment. Like, how committed are y'all always with each other? Are y'all committed to that no matter if y'all do decide to date other people, can someone like rock the boat? Or it's like, no matter if, you know, let's say we're in a life partnership and, you know, you start dating some guy and he wants to, you know, be with you. Are you leaving me because of that? Or is the home we're building together, is the life we're building together no longer a thing because you decided to pursue a romantic relationship? So I think that's the biggest thing.
That is
to
actually
talk
the biggest
about
thing.
What
type of commitment it would be.
How commitment would be. Are y'all okay with your partner
having an actual other life partner?
Yeah, having a relationship outside of you. And how is that living arrangement going to be? Because a lot of people want to live with their partner. So is your partner going to be okay with you living with a total older person, building a life with another person, possibly raising children with this person while having a relationship with someone else?
Yeah.
I think that's the only
that's
part
the biggest one, yeah.
Yeah, about it. So another thing is social networking community. Do y'all share friends together? Do y'all share going out together? I feel like it should be the same as a romantic partner.
Yeah, I feel like
we should
absolutely.
also hang out together, but also have a life outside of each other. I think I feel like that's for any human being. No matter how much you love someone, they're gonna annoy you.
Yeah.
So being with the same person 24/7, I love the shit out of my dog, but sometimes my dog annoys me. So seeing someone 24/7 out of the day is just like,
Your dog?
Oh yeah, he annoys me sometimes. If he's a lot. I love that nigga, but he's fucking
That's
a lot.
not your life partner, bitch.
He's my life partner for right now. Okay, we doing life together. So yeah, the last but not least is jealousy. Like we were saying, if your life partner decides to have a romantic partner outside of you, how does that look like? Is that gonna make you jealous? Is it gonna make it a rift in a relationship? So those are the things, the boundaries that you wouldn't have to set before entering a PLP if you are interested in that. Can a platonic relationship turn into a romantic one? I think it can, and it makes me think about girlfriends when Joan and William decided to date for a little bit after being best friends for years and years and years.
But that relationship was clearly very, 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 like, it couldn't go back to the dynamics it was after their friendship, because even Joan didn't, even though she knew him for years, she didn't want to have sex with him.
Yeah.
And from jump.
Yeah.
And then when they did have sex, there were no fireworks.
None.
And then, so it was kind of like a failed romance, because he felt like he loved her because they had so much interpersonal connection.
Because they were best friends.
Yeah, but the romance wasn't romance.
Yeah.
Like, do you have a best friend that, because we all know you have a guy best friend. So do you feel like you could ever go there with him and it's exactly. So
I could never go there with him.
Exactly.
But I feel like there is a chance of platonic relationship becoming romantic.
Well, you just said a really bad example then.
Yeah, I did give a bad example. Me and Joan are both bad examples. But no, I think it's possible though. Just because it doesn't work out, it wouldn't work out for me. I feel like other people have that, set for them to, even with people who are like, oh yeah, in 10 years, if we don't, get married, we're going to marry each other, so it's very possible for it to work.
So I'm on the other end of it. I don't feel like platonic relationships can really go very far romantically. I feel like it could turn romantic if you allow it there. But I feel like after being friends with someone for so long, you see them as your friend. And when you are in a partnership where you guys are building, like...
But what if your friend is fun as fuck? Who's the funnest nigga that you can think of right now?
Right now? Damn.
Michael B. Jordan. Your friend's Michael B. Jordan, right? Y'all are buddy, best friends.
But the thing is, when someone is that attractive, I'm not putting you in the friend zone. So that's already within the thing.
But he puts you in the friend zone. Okay.
You're not putting me in the friend zone as Michael B. Jordan and think I'm going to stay there. I'm going to keep climbing.
Girl.
I'm going to keep climbing.
Remember what we say? Stay in your lane. Respect your friend lane. So you want niggas to respect their friend lane, but you won't respect his friend lane.
Because Michael B. Jordan need to be fucking for real. If we were really friends, stop that. I could be the love of your life. You're missing out on your blessing.
Okay, but stay in the motherfucking friend lane for now, bitch. Okay, so you and Michael B. Jordan are best fucking friends. Okay, y'all like this. Could you see yourself being in a romantic relationship with him?
The only reason why I'm saying no is because I did have a friend. And we were literally strictly friends.
And he was fine as fuck?
And I found him very fucking attractive.
Okay.
But he would tell me about the bitches he would fuck on. I would tell him about niggas I would fuck on. And then when we finally fucked, I liked him. But then it was like, I couldn't trust him because I knew so much. That's what I'm saying. Knowing someone for that long and knowing so much information about them, it literally hinders you from allowing yourself to fall so deep. Because you're like, damn, this nigga really a fucking doll for real. So for me, I feel like, I feel the adverse effect. So if you were in an ideal platonic life partnership, what does that look like for you?
My ideal platonic life partnership would definitely be with a woman. Mm-hmm. Me and her would definitely be traveling the world together. No children, just vibes, travel, kind of like what Honey and Samira are doing. Actually, that's what I would do. That's my ideal lifestyle with my platonic life partner. Yeah. Like no responsibilities, no working. Well, working if we have to, but having an online business or something, doing shit online and traveling the world and seeing the world and enjoying our life. And at the same time, we're still doing stuff with the men or women that you want to do it with, but you're just doing life together. So that would be my dream PLP.
I think idealistically for me, I think that it's someone I am building generational wealth with. for me, I would love to travel and do all those things, but for me, it's very important that I'm leaving behind something and experiencing things that...
Do you want to have children?
I don't know.
Because who are you leaving the generational wealth for?
Who fucking knows?
Okay.
But I'm just saying, for me, I feel like I don't want that. I can probably even donate it. Or, I don't fucking know what I'm going to do with it. I don't even want, because I don't want biological children. Who's to know that my platonic life partner doesn't already have a child as well? But I'm just saying, I want to.
Well, this is your dream PLP, so they're going to have children or not.
I'm going to say, if I don't want children, my platonic life partner is going to have a child.
Children. Okay.
I feel because that's what I look for in a romantic life partner, because I don't want to have children right now. So all of my romantic life partners have a child.
Okay.
So I just don't want one day someone wake up like, oh, well, I want to find a girl that wants to have my child, or I want to find a man that's going to find my child. No, I want you to already have that and feel fulfilled with that. And let's just build life. Let's build it up. Let's run it up and then do what we need to do. Because I'm like, yeah, traveling sounds great, but I'm just like, I want something tangible to my name. Like, yeah, bitch, you did that.
I don't care about
shit.
that. I want to be naked on an island, enjoying my life, sipping on pina coladas with some sand in my coochie.
Heavy on sand in your coochie.
Heavy on sand in my coochie.
Okay, so we already said that most women opt for their platonic life partner to be with other women. And we were just saying, it's just weird how most men would never even look to another guy friend to be a platonic life partner with them. But I did see this one guy say that there's, because have you seen that movie, I Now Pronounce You Chuck and Larry? Where there are certain benefits.
Like when I was a kid.
Yeah, there's certain benefits that, because it's like, if you are aligned with these people as PLPs, that you literally know strictly, this is all strictly business, because that's what marriage is.
Yeah.
All business. So he's like, I can look at myself being with someone as a male, like being married to him, but of course I'm going to be engaging with women, But I don't know. Yeah. Braxton, do you see yourself ever, like, if you were to have a life partner, would it ever be with a male?
I don't think men do PLPs, because a lot of times men want someone in their life to do things for them. For example, my the Partators poll I just did. I had my male friends like, hey, can you go upstairs and get this? And I will give them clear directions of where it is, and he'll still wouldn't see it. Like, Obo's like, hey, where's the knife? You know how my knife thing is. It's clear as day where the knife is, but to have eyes and to look, men would rather ask a woman where something is before looking for it. So I feel like, I'm sorry? Well, it doesn't apply to every man. There's a lot of guys who actually look for stuff without, asking you what it is. But for majority part, a man, I don't know if you experienced, they would ask you where is so-and-so is.
Directly, and if it's not there, they will come back without looking.
Without looking. And be like, oh, I didn't see it. And I'd be like, okay, I'm going to go upstairs, and I see it within 0.2 seconds. So because men a lot of times rely on women to do things for them, and they know another nigga ain't about to do the shit for them, is why they have problems with PLP. On top of that, it's just because men have trouble with the closeness that PLPs give without having the sex.
That's a fact.
Us as women, we don't have a problem with being close with our female friends without having sex with them. But because, men aren't, I want to say, intimate like that with their male friends, like we are with our female friends, is why a lot of men will not engage in PLP. And let's be real about it. A lot of guys, they want a maid. They want a maid they can fuck. So if they're not getting pussy from the person they're living with, they're like, nigga, why you here?
Let's get into motherfucking questions.
All right. Wait, you don't have to say about that?
What do you mean?
Why guys don't do PLPs?
I mean, you literally...
I said it all?
You literally did say it all.
Yeah.
Niggas want a maid and they want to fuck.
They want a maid they can fuck. All right. Let's get some fucking questions then.
So I only made one question. So my question was, do you feel like you can have a romantic and a platonic partner at the same time?
Have a romantic life partner and a platonic life partner
at the same time?
Well, like you said, it wouldn't be a life partner if I'm doing it with a romantic person and a platonic person, because the life partner was building the life together.
Yeah.
So I can't have a romantic life partner and have a PLP life, PLP, but I can have a romantic life partner and have a platonic friendship. And I definitely plan on maintaining my platonic friendship with my male and female friends.
Yeah.
While having a romantic life partner. That's the goal. I want to have a romantic life partner and still be a whole human being outside of my partner.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, what about you?
I absolutely do feel like the same way you feel.
Yeah.
I feel like, because when you add the life partner, that means that everything that you have in your life and in your being, you're giving it to that one person.
Yeah.
Unless it means there are different avenues to life partner. If we do redefine things like we're doing constantly. If I have a romantic life partner that I'm building a family with, but if I have a platonic life partner that I'm building a business with, I think that's something I can do. But if you have a life partner that you're only doing one thing with,
then it's not a life partner if you're just building a business with
but
them.
I'm saying if you're doing that specific thing in your life with them, I feel like you could probably have more than one. Because if you got to think about it, when people say life partner, that's what you're trying to build with solely. So I feel like if you want to do two, it has to be two different avenues that won't collide.
When I think of life partner, I think of doing life with them.
Okay,
like
and I'm
everything is with that person.
But I'm saying, if you had to also think about it, some things that you can do with one person, you can't do with another. So, like I said, if those two things don't conflict with each other, if like you don't want to have a child,
then it wouldn't be a life partner then.
But I'm saying it could be. Because you can redefine it. There's no clear-cut way to do life partnership.
Okay.
So I'm saying if you want to have both, maybe you could. I don't know if it's true, but I'm saying if you have two conflicting interests that don't work out, if they're separated, you could have both. Maybe, maybe not.
Okay. My question to you is, can your life partner be the opposite sex?
Yes. I absolutely feel like it could. I feel like we just said earlier, for women it's easier. For men, it's not so. Well,
that's the same.
sex. I feel like most times people do opt for, if they want the non-traditional, they're gonna do what looks traditional, even if they know it's not romance connected to it.
Mm-hmm. My life partner can't be the opposite sex.
Okay.
I'm into fucking you. You know, after a while, I'm gonna be like, what that dick looking like?
If I already said you gonna be,
what that dick looking like.
If I put you in the platonic box, just like Michael B. Jordan did me, like I'm leaving you in that platonic box. But you're living
with this person. You're doing everything with this person. You're not gonna be like.
I mean, of course, curiosity will kill the cat. But like I just told you, when you already get so much invested in their friendship, like trying to be romantic with them, there's always gonna be in the back of your head like
you can fuck without being romantic, bitch. I'm talking about fucking.
Exactly, and you fucking. I told you, you sniff my pussy. We're in love. So.
Oh, okay, that's how you see it.
I'm not doing
we can
that.
fuck and not be romantic. I'm trying to see what the dick like after a while. Like what's making all these bitches go crazy?
I'm fucking
all the hoes you got out of here. But no, I can't have opposite sex as a life partner. That's just too risky.
I don't have a second question, do you?
Me neither.
Okay, well, damn. Thank y'all for following us on the journey. You know, the journey was journeying. We've been drinking wine. We've been feeling fine. And can you follow all the girls on all the social media platforms at the Real Sip and Spill, except Twitter, which is
Sip and Spill 1.
And leave us a 5-star rating.
Because we some 5-star bitches.
Follow our TikTok, our YouTube. Follow our lives, bitch. Follow our lives. I couldn't even get all of it out.
Our Facebook, our Twitter. Our sip and review when we send this when you blah 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 blah. Let's go.
See, exactly. The wine has gotten to me. So
right there. Bye y'all. Bye.
I sip wine, kick my feet up when I get tired. And as I recline, take another sip, let my thoughts unwind. Sipping and spilling it. Sipping and spilling the tea.